Hello again everybody, and welcome back to Fairview. And it's been far too long since I last did a layout update. Just stuff getting in the way really. The beginning of an academic year is always very busy. But I guess the main reason is because I lost my model making mojo a little bit this last month or two. The locos that I showed you very quickly in like a sneak preview last time, the two MTH locos, one was an SD70 ACE and one I think was an ES44 AC, Union Pacific and Kansas City Southern. When I first showed them, a few of you had put comments just warning me that they can be problematic locos, and sure enough, when I started running them, the UP SD70 really was a poor runner. Often it would just shudder to a halt. The sound was okay, so it thought it was getting power, but the loco just wouldn't move sometimes. And I tried various bits and bobs, and I didn't feel confident I could work out the problem. But I have to give credit again to the team at NMRA Anonymous, because just last weekend I was at the NMRA British Region Annual Convention. They put on a little show in Derby, and I was able to go along, and Sophie from NMRA Anonymous very kindly let me swap the two locos straight away. So my plans for my coal trains are back on track. The second here of the two UP locomotives in the consist, 4756, is one of the two which I got from Sophie last weekend. It's got a Tsunami sound decoder in it. You can hear it there. I've turned the volume right down, but you can hear it chugging away there. And I've managed, after much cursing as always, to consist it there with 8309, which was my original SD70 ACE, and I've got that running quite nicely now, along with a couple of packs. If I just pan around a wee bit, a couple of packs of pre-owned Bethgon coal porters. The previous owner had done a little bit of weathering on them, and I've managed to get 2 packs, as I say, so that gives me 10 wagons. And so with those 2 locos at the head end of the train and my dummy ex Southern Pacific loco at the back, this now forms my coal empties, which head eastbound through the layout, and from here, soon after passing through Fairview, we'll start the slow grind uphill towards Moffat Tunnel. Alright, so here's the other loco that I swapped out last Saturday at Derby. This is an Athearn Genesis SD70 ACE in the very distinctive Kansas City Southern livery. Nice model, but at the moment it's a DC only model, so I've got to acquire a suitable sound chip and put that in due course. So I can't at the moment show you that on the main part of the layout. This is just on my upper deck on the DC section of my layout, sitting in front of a Canadian National intermodal train. But hopefully this next month I'll get hold of either a Tsunami 2 decoder, or I might just go with an Econami, because this will be consistent as well, I think. But anyway, I'll make up my mind about that and hopefully show you the progress on that loco pretty soon. But then I'll just switch back over to the main layout to show you how this will all fit in together. So once I've got the decoder fitted into the SD70ACE. I'll consist it here with this Union Pacific loco 6284. I think this is an AC 4400. That might not be right, but this will go to form my loaded coal train. So this would be passing eastbound through Fairview, coming downgrade from the mines up in the Colorado mountains and heading out towards other parts of the USA, Texas or Kentucky or what have you. And I'm really pleased that this side of things is coming together, because the one thing I have managed to do a little bit of work on in this last month or so is really start to think about operations, and I'm going to talk a bit more about that in a future update. But for now, at least, I'll just give you a bit of a glimpse of how things are developing. I'm beginning to put together on my fascia here, as you can see, a couple of slots and things where I can keep details of the train that's running on the layout at the moment. I'm developing here a sequential timetable, and very crudely, hopefully you can make it out all right here on screen, but even just the basics of establishing where Fairview sits in the world. And so then I've got a better idea of which way the locos are running, the train's heading east or west, and the kind of destinations that will form my overall operations. So that's all coming together pretty well, but as I say, I'm still developing that. Lots of the cards and things you can see, they're just handwritten at the moment while I develop all this, and I'm printing out some information as well. And there's not really much else to show you for what is ultimately 5 or 6 weeks since I last did a proper update. You might spot at the back there, if you're eagle-eyed, that there's a new sign at the entrance to the motel, which I just put together very quickly one evening. And I have done some more work on the grassy areas at the front of the layout here, although the use, as you can probably see, of some lighter, I think it's 4 or 5 millimeter sort of straw coloured fibres, I don't feel has worked all that well. It's just come out a bit blotchy, whereas it's meant to look much more natural than that. But there you go. That's kind of what it's all about, really. It's the learning curve of all these different things. Speed matching locos, getting your techniques for putting grass down right. I'm starting to think about how I finish off the area back left in this shot, which is kind of the last part of the town to be finished. But I'll leave you for now, saying that I'm glad to be back, as it were. Even though I haven't done much modelling, I have actually quite enjoyed beginning to think about operations. So as I say, I'm looking forward to perhaps sharing some of that with you in an update in a month's time. And we'll just see where we go next with the plans now. The winter months, the clocks change here in the UK this weekend. So with the longer nights, I'm sure I'll get out here in the garage more often and really get on with some of the areas that haven't been touched yet. So as always, thanks for tuning in. Sorry again that it's been a while since my last update, but I hope you've enjoyed seeing both where I've kind of hiccuped and stalled a little bit, but also now my thoughts and plans for what's coming next. As always, take care of yourselves and enjoy your model making, and I'll hope to see you again soon. Bye bye for now.